Hey everybody, thank you for joining the Lazy Ass Vegan. We're going to talk about terminology today in vegan shaming because that's a lot of the emails that I get. So I just want to cut to the chase and just throw the crap out there and see where it lands. So here's the thing. I get a lot of emails, why the lazy ass vegan, or you're not a real vegan, or vegan shaming, and things like that. And I want to repeat what I've said before, which is what I do with my videos has zero to do with vegan, vegetarian, or any of those new age terms that people are saying. Because back in 1910, when the first information came out, and I forget the guy's name, about vegan living, and that's really when it first started, it really was about the ethics of the animals, okay, and the planet and humanity. And over the last 20 plus years ago, when I was in my 20s, then it was different. It was really, really different because it really was also a humanitarian effort. Now today, people have to go to Wikipedia, and if Wikipedia tells you, then that makes it true. I wish people would think for themselves, but unfortunately, I'm not going to change that. So here we go. We're going to go off of the Wikipedia information. Although I encourage you to talk to people instead, which is something I do every single day. I have my glasses on so I can actually read. An ethical and environmental vegan. So if somebody comes to you and says that you are not a vegan, excuse me, my face itches, you are not a vegan, and they're an ethical environmental vegan, there is a huge difference, and they're very prideful in that term for them, and it's very important for them, and they will really fight you. Now, I would tend to disagree because the vegan I know and the vegan world I'm aware of also is equally as much about humanitarian effort, okay, and the planet effort. So I have it's a bit controversial, okay, and what an environmental and ethical vegan might say to you, pay attention, vegans, before you slam me, I use the word might say to you, is that you are not a vegan, but you are a strict vegetarian. Just say okay, just go with it. Don't argue with them. You're not going to win. You're just not going to win. I used honey one time last year, and somebody said that I could not be a vegan because of it. So, and I'm fine with that because I am not an environmental ethical vegan. I just don't. But I don't like these labels, and I can't abide by them. Because it's no different than the high school bully. I mean, that's what this vegan has come down to. And it's sad. It's really, really sad because veganism really started as a wonderful, wonderful thing. And now we have all this vegan shaming. And, people that don't even know where it originated from, in 1910. Or the books that came out in 1948, and I forget her name. But anyway, I encourage you more to really just, if you are not an environmental ethical vegan, then I encourage you to choose a healthy eating lifestyle. Mine happens to be eating a more vegan lifestyle, I guess. I'm even afraid to use that term these days. So I call myself the lazy ass vegan. And that's just the way that it is because I don't care. I love the animals, and anybody who knows me, I am appalled by factory farming. I really am. But I grew up in upstate New England, and let me tell you, there's some wonderful farmers up there who really take care of their animals. They don't give them that GMO grain. They live an organic lifestyle. They are range-free, cage-free. They would no sooner factory farm. So I do support those type of farmers, and I do support that type of living. It is not practical to say to save all the animals because then, there's population control. And I know vegans are going to be really mad at me about this, but it's true. And methane gas. Do I think we can do better? Absolutely. I absolutely think that the direction we have taken as Americans or nationally is horrific. I think you cannot cage chickens and sear the beaks, and I can't even talk about it. It's just so disgusting to me that we've come to this in this world to produce that kind of food in that kind of way that isn't even healthy for us at all. And I'm not just saying that because we're being really unethical and cruel to these animals. But two, we are feeding them things that we wouldn't want to put in our bodies. And the whole thing is just horrific. So, and that's where vegans are coming from, ethical and environmental vegans. That's really where they're coming from. And you have to value that. So if you're not into that lifestyle and you're more like me, and I'm meeting more and more people who are very much like me, who don't want to take on some big cause. It's not that they don't care. Maybe their lifestyle doesn't offer the time to do it. They have their own reasons, just like I have my own reasons. I can't be an environmental ethical vegan because I did grow up in a place in rural New England where good, honest farming is important to me to this day, and I support those farmers, and I love the farm to table programs that are done there, and I just think it's really important. So I can't be both, so I've chosen not to be at all. I really am more about processed free, package free, and try and get people to stop eating meat, in particular factory farming. So that's really what this channel is about. So if you are a vegan and you want to come on here and vegan shame, I want to tell you honestly, don't put that shit on my channel. I'm going to delete it, okay? Because this is it. You're never going to shame me into being who you are. And even if you could, I still, by your standards, wouldn't meet them. So I really don't care, and I don't want the people that come to this channel to feel browbeaten because we get enough of that in our daily lives. So I am going to delete it, just so you know up front, everybody. That's the only thing I'm going to delete. If somebody wants to have a conversation without shaming somebody, that's great. And this is the way I look at about shaming. I can browbeat somebody and give them crap all day long. And I can tell them how bad it is, and I can give them the statistics, and I can show them the pictures, and I can do all of that, okay? And it might be effective, or it might scare them off. Or I can talk to people about a more organic lifestyle. And I'm careful to use that term too, because the word organic today is so much different than it was 20 years ago as well. And I'm going to do that again. I think I'm going to do like Talk Mondays, but I'm going to cut this video down in just a second because I actually have other cooking videos to do. We're going to make homemade pizza tonight, and I'll get that video up tomorrow. So my biggest thing to get across to my subscribers is don't let people bother you, okay? You have to place value on their passion and where they're coming from when they vegan shame you. So don't let them get to you. Keep doing what you're doing, because every person who doesn't support factory farming is indeed helping this planet, is saving the animals, and is saving your body and taking care of yourself. So these are just points to consider. I'm really glad to talk to you about anything. Put like, share, subscribe, all those things we need to say down below, your comments, and let's have a discussion. That's what I want from you today. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about why maybe you've come to this type of vegan lifestyle. Let's talk about the people that you've run into that maybe it bothers you that they, you know, browbeat you a little bit, or maybe you are vegan and you have or you're an ethical environmental vegan and you yourself have a hard time with how vegan is today versus, you know, we've kind of taken out the humanitarian effort in vegan today. That's my take. I'm probably going to get all kinds of shit for saying that, but I feel that way. The vegans I knew 20 years ago and know today are literally about the animals, the environment, and humanity. And if we are cruel to humanity, then that alone says that you're not vegan. And if you eat all that packaged diet cheese and all that crap that's out there that's packaged and processed, then you're filling the landfill. Everybody knows that I'm really passionate about that. So by today's standards, nobody's vegan. That's what it comes down to. There isn't anybody vegan. I mean, there might be the 1%ers that are real vegans, that they live off the land, they will not touch animals, they will not wear animals, they will not have anything from silk to bees to anything like that. Now, those are what I would call the strict environmental, ethical vegans, and that's only about 1%, and then you have your other vegans that I would not say. Now, I'm going to get slammed about it, so just it's just the reality, whether you like it or not. Just like I get slammed for not being a vegan, and although I live the lifestyle, because I'm not, because I do support farming. I was not put on this world to judge the world, and so I lay no judgment. It's none of my business. It's up to you guys, and I'm simply here to help others take better care of themselves, to find information where, even though we have the World Wide Web and it's like massive amounts of information, it's almost overwhelming today. So I want to make it a little easier to implement in your daily eating lifestyle better options that maybe you've just had a hard time finding, or you've just so tired from all the work you're doing. Anyway, I've gone on longer than I meant to with this. I really have a lot of work to do in the kitchen and the office today. I love what I'm doing. I'm really, really passionate about it. I'm just as passionate about not being labeled into any type of lifestyle other than I am living a healthy lifestyle for me. Have a great day, everybody. See my next pizza video, and I'll talk to you soon. Remember to comment down below.